Good morning! We're here at the Glacier Gorge Trailhead, located inside the Rocky Mountain National Park. And as you can see, it's pretty cold and pretty snowy. Well, I don't know if you can actually see the cold, but take my word for it, it is. And today, we're gonna go for half mountain right there. However, it looks to be pretty challenging. We got high winds and a little bit of snow. So if we're not able to make it, we do have a plan B, and we're going to continue on over to the Boulder Brook Trail, take it on down, and complete the loop. We're starting here at about 7:38. This is really beautiful back here, but I bet it was even better before all the people had to carve these trees up. I mean, it's ridiculous through here. And in 20 minutes, we're up here to Alberta Falls. And within 45 minutes, we're up here to the trail split. And this is where we're going to stay to the left and take it on over in the direction of the Boulder Brook. We're going to continue on this trail for about a half a mile, and then we're going to split off and start bushwhacking. And there it is right in front of us, half mountain, and it's looking huge right now. When you're trying to look at the weather for the Rocky Mountain National Park, I would take it with a huge grain of salt, because it never does what they say it's going to do. For example, today, one app said that it was going to be cloudy, and another app said a 30% chance of snow. I think they should have said 100% chance. And there it is way up there, half mountain, and that's still like 1,500 vertical feet above us. I don't know about this, guys. The snow is just getting worse. We're up here at about 10,000 feet, and this is where we want to split off and start the bushwhack. We just took a quick 5-minute break. We had a small discussion, and we have decided that we're going to keep going. We're going to give this a shot. And pretty much as soon as I started recording just now, it started snowing again. I don't know though. Snow's getting deeper, and we're looking at like 1,200 vertical feet, and about 7/10 of a mile. That is basically straight up. This is a pretty dense bushwhack back here. I mean, I've been in worse, but I've also been on easier terrain too. We're having to zigzag through here. And then just up there is the summit. We're still making our way up this thing. We haven't given up yet, but I have a feeling once we break through the trees, it's gonna get so windy up there. It's probably gonna be unbearable. I don't know. We're gonna keep going though. And it is thinning out a little bit. The stuff we just came through was incredibly nasty. We're close to halfway up this slope, and it's getting a little better. We've probably got another 3/10 of a mile, but the conditions are just getting worse. The wind is really picking up. Well, I think this is where we're gonna have to turn around. This wind up here is just getting real dangerous. I mean, this is blowing so hard, I feel like it could knock one of us over. And this is what we had left. It does get real nasty right up there. We're following up my previous route, and I can see where I zigzagged all over the place, just right up there. We're on the way back down, and it is slippery. We've found our footprints, so we're following those down. And this is nasty back here. Nasty. The wind is already covering our tracks up, making this even more difficult. Boy, we came up a bunch of nasty stuff. This is real slow moving coming down. I haven't been able to do much video as I walk because it's just too hazardous through here. Although we didn't make it to the summit, we tried, and that's all you can really do. All right, guys, And we're off the nasty stuff. It's flattening out quite nicely along here. And we should run into the trail any second. We're not out of it yet, but the trail is just right up here in front of us. We're gonna jump on that, probably take a quick break, and then stay to the right and hike on over to the Boulder Brook Trail and take that down to the Storm Pass parking area. And then from there, we're looking at a couple miles back up to the Glacier Gorge Trailhead. All right, and we have merged back with the trail. There it is. Oh, the rest of this should be pretty easy. We just took a quick 10-minute break right here, but we're getting ready to continue on. We're going to continue on the North Longs Peak Trail here for about another 1¼ miles or so. And then we're going to run into the Boulder Brook Trail. We're going to take the left and then take that straight down to the Storm Pass parking area. I've been wanting to do this Boulder Brook loop for quite a while, and this might be our last chance before this trail's all snowed in. So this day's not a total loss. And the cool thing about this trail is that I've never been on this part of it. I've also never been on the Boulder Brook Trail either. So that's going to be all new. This trail is really pretty. And like I said earlier, you're probably not going to see anybody else on it. We actually ran into a few other people, which was blowing my mind. All right, guys, and about 40 yards past the bridge is the Boulder Brook Trail split, and this is what we need. We're gonna follow this down for a couple miles and eventually run into the Storm Pass parking area. I wouldn't say that this trail is hard to follow, but it's not super easy either. And I'm kind of glad that that one set of people came up here, because we've got some footprints to follow. So far, this is not what I expected the Boulder Brook Trail to be like. I thought we were going to be walking next to the Boulder Brook. Instead, we're just walking over boulders. They should no joke call this the Boulders with No Brook Trail. And check this out. We're dropping down so low, we're almost out of the snow. And I'm a poet and didn't even know it. It's a little windy out here, but it's turning into a beautiful day. Blue skies popping out, and we're in the trees, so the wind is not a big deal at this point. I'm really loving how there's no snow right here, and we get to walk on the trail. That is awesome. That's looking up at Half Mountain, and I believe we made it up to right around this area, just on the other side of the rocks. Let's name the peaks. On the left, Half Mountain, Otis Peak, Hallett Peak, and Flat Top Mountain. It's really beautiful out here right now. We got some good color. And I don't know why I keep saying that we're going to hike all the way down to the Storm Pass parking area, because we're not, just in that general vicinity. We're going to take the trail split though. That's probably about a quarter mile up from the parking area. See, now this is what I thought the Boulder Brook Trail was going to be like. I thought we were going to actually be able to see the Boulder Brook. Pretty on the way down, and there's not even much water flowing at the moment. I can't imagine what this is like in late spring, early summer, when the water is flowing. Oh yeah. Alright guys, we have completed the Boulder Brook Trail section of the hike, and we're now at this giant trail split. This thing branches off into like 5 different directions, I believe. But we're gonna jump on the Glacier Creek Trail and take it a couple miles back on up to the Glacier Gorge Trailhead. According to the sign, it's 2.4 miles back up to the Glacier Gorge Trailhead. And this is going to be pretty flat too. Nothing crazy along here. I misjudged this loop by a few miles, and it's taken a little longer than expected. I know this hike hasn't had a payoff yet, but it's coming. There's this really beautiful unnamed lake just before the Glacier Gorge Trailhead, and I think we're going to get some amazing views when we get there. And we're here. We have made it up to this unnamed lake. This is like the epitome of a PLL. We just left the pretty little lake, and we're looking at about 6/10 of a mile back to the Glacier Gorge Trailhead. And we should knock that out in no time. Flat Top Mountain and Hallett Peak are looking pretty savage up there right now. We're almost back up to the final trail split, and then we'll just have like 3/10 of a mile back to the trailhead. Made it up here to the final trail split, and this is the one that you'll see all the tourists standing here looking at, wondering if this is the way up to Alberta Falls, but it's actually not. That trail split is just behind me. Admit it, you have stood here and been confused in the past. We all have. I have done it myself. I'm like, do I take a left to Alberta Falls? But nope, you take a right and then a quick left. All right, looking at about 3/10 of a mile back to the Glacier Gorge Trailhead. And this is an easy 3/10 too. All right, guys, and we're back to the Glacier Gorge Trailhead. And it's about 2:38 right now, which means we've been out here hiking for about 7 hours today. And that's with minimal breaks. That's looking up at Half Mountain. And yeah, we didn't get all the way to the top, but we at least got half of it. Well, that wasn't the most epic hike or anything, but it's been on my list for quite a while, so I'm glad that we knocked it out. Hope you enjoyed it, and until the next hike, y'all, peace.